Welcome back to part 2 of He'd Give It All Up for a Simple Life in the Philippines. I'm here with Danny. What's your last name, Danny, if you don't mind telling us?
Noel.
Noel.
Yeah,
Where are you from originally?
Spelled like Noel. I'm from a little town called Pleasant Hill, Missouri, which is about 30 minutes from Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Let me move this camera a little bit so we can get all of you in there. We're at the Small Fry Beach Resort here in Calatrava, about 10 minutes from where I live at. Now, you arrive in Cebu, and he said, we got if y'all see the table move, there's a big, not a German Shepherd, a Doberman Pinscher right underneath the table. I mean, he's about, 3 foot high, like you say, Danny. He's over here by me, sniffing me. I don't want him to bite me.
Yeah,
I've been here several times. Maybe he knows who I am by now. But Danny was saying, make sure you got a pen. Anybody who's ever flown knows what that's for customs and all that. Because a lot of times, they won't have a pen. You don't want to ask the seatmate for a pen. But, okay, you get to the Philippines, the smell hits you. But what else? What about the heat? Did you take to that heat?
Yeah, I mean, the weather here, that takes some getting used to. You just kind of overlook that,
but it hits you though, right?
Oh God, yes.
What you doing it here? Go on.
Yeah. Is it humid over here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot more humid. Does it ever get humid in Kansas City? Is that where you from, or is that where you work? Kansas City.
Originally, I'm from a little town called Windsor, Missouri, about an hour from Kansas City. But yeah, Midwest, it gets hot and humid in the summertime. July and August, it'll hit 100+ degrees, So
let me ask you the question, the reason we're here.
Right.
If you were able to retire right now, would you give up everything you got going in America just to retire over here with Irene and the kids?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Without a heartbeat? You wouldn't even think twice about it?
No, sir.
So why would you do that? What is it about the Philippines that's so enticing that you would... Because you're a nurse, right? Well, you're RN?
Yeah, I'm a registered nurse.
Yeah.
I've been working I've been a nurse for over 20 years, 22 years.
Yeah. So you give all up that big salary, and you had a nice car at one time, and I'm pretty sure you got a nice place.
Right.
You'd say to hell with that,
and
you'd come over here and live in a little simple place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Heartbeat.
Yeah.
If I had my finances set up now, Calvin, I'd do it now.
Yeah. You wouldn't leave now.
I wouldn't even bother going back. I would just stay here.
Yeah. So you were married for what? Well, you were in a 20-year relationship.
Yeah, I was my ex-wife and I. Yeah, we were together for 20 years. And that was my second marriage. I was married before that. I was married for 5 years before that.
So what's the difference between your Filipino wife, you believe, and your other relationships in the West? What's the biggest difference, really?
The biggest difference, just the whole interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just, Irene is just so loving and caring, and she just would do anything for you. Is she submissive,
in your opinion, versus the American woman?
Right. I mean, to an extent.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad word. Right. I think we're all submissive to something. I'm submissive to chocolate. You're the right chocolate, I think everybody has their price, but I think they are to a certain extent. They,
and they did. She just does things for you, without even expecting her to do anything for you. I'll just be laying there, and she'll come over and put my shoes on for me or something,
put your shoes on.
Give me a come over and be like, hey, I'm gonna give you a back massage.
Yeah.
Just.
I was talking to a guy. His name is Darren Cooper. He lives up in Cavite.
Mm-hmm.
He said the difference between. He's even been married to a Thai woman before. He said the difference is. He said sex is on tap with the Filipinos. He said you can get it anytime you want. Is that your experience?
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is an adult channel. People watching this are 45 and over.
Right.
It's not like we're getting explicit and wasn't nasty or anything like that, or cringy.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's just what he said.
You know, it's not like, you know, back in the States where, you know, where they, you know, they use sex against you as punishment, or, you know, you guys sit there and beg for it, or, you know what I mean?
Have you begged since you've been associated with Irene?
Never.
Yeah. You don't think you ever have to beg with Irene, do you?
No, sir.
That's crazy when you think about that. But I think we've all begged before. Have you begged before, Doug? You never begged back at home.
Nope.
Come on, honey. Just come on, please. You know.
Nope.
You're lucky, Doug. Oh.
You know,
I might put you in my Hall of Fame because of that. Ain't too proud to beg. Are you too proud to beg? But I won't beg now, but
hell no.
Yeah.
But, you know, back in the States, you know, it was like I said, they, you know, kind of used it as like they were punishing you, right?
Yeah.
Well, hell, after a while, you know, after several years of that, hell, after a while, I didn't even want it.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was like, it ain't worth my time. I don't. Oh, you don't want to have sex now? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
What would you do over here with all your time? What would you do? Because it takes a while to get your routine, right? To get a routine over here. What would you do? Because, you know, being a nurse, and what do you do over there? Do you have any hobbies and stuff?
I mean, I just work all the time. You know, I work 12-hour shifts. Sometimes there's times I work 7 days a week sometimes.
Wow.
You know.
So, hell, you rest over here.
Right.
For a while anyway.
You know, as far as hobbies, you know, I go to the gym. Yeah. I like to go to the local gym there. I actually go to the gym, you know, when I get off work each day. I work my 12-hour shift and I go to the gym and I come home.
Did you get a haircut over here?
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Anybody knows Danny, y'all know Danny from Road to the Philippines. He looks about 10 years younger in person than you do on your videos. I don't know if it's those glasses. Something makes you look older, but really? You look a lot younger now. And I know you're just being over here has a lot to do with that. But yeah, are you making any videos since you've been here?
Oh yeah, every day. Matter of fact, I had to slow down because it's almost like I was making that, you know, my priority. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, the moment I got up, I was, you know, filming this and that and this and that, and every time we went from point A to point B, I was filming that whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, she was starting to feel kind of neglected because she's like, you spend all day vlogging and.
But she got to understand though, this is only your second time here.
Right.
It's not like me. I've been here on and off for 13 years. I've been here now for 40 months. I've got to do my visa run soon. See, I only spend maybe 15 or 20 minutes every day on that. And I do it first thing in the morning.
Right.
She sleep when I do my videos. She don't even know I'm doing them.
Right.
And you'll get that way. But see, Irene has to understand, you're still infatuated with this place. There's so much you haven't seen.
Right.
Everything's still new to you. See?
Yeah, I mean, even to her.
That's right.
She's never, it was her first time on a plane. She'd never been on a plane before.
Y'all didn't fly the first time you came here? No. So what was that like? Was she afraid when it took off, maybe?
You know, because I was asking her, I was like, you know, are you scared? Are you getting anxious? She's like, no. No, I'm not scared. I'm not anxious. Mm-hmm. And she actually slept on the way from CDO to Cebu. She slept all the way.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So how is your channel going? Is it growing?
You know, ever since I started posting videos of coming out here, you know, I posted going to the airports and all this. You know, I started getting a few subscribers starting to trickle in. Yeah. But, I mean, as far as, like, taking off, you know, it's been going pretty
What do you basically talk about, though? Because, remember, a lot of men watch these channels. You got to talk about stuff that men want to talk about. And look. Don't be afraid to look in the camera and say pussy. Repeat after me. Say it, Dan. Say pussy.
Pussy.
In there. See?
Pussy.
It's okay. There's nothing going to happen to you.
Right.
You know, you got to talk about that kind of stuff. It gets people interested because that's why they come over here. Right. You know, as much as you like this place, you know you came over here for that Filipino tuna. Right. And it's real though, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm not pulling anybody's leg, right? It's true.
You give the nitty gritty, like you say.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But what else do you like? Look at this place right here, man. Isn't it relaxing?
Oh, it's beautiful.
You hear the waves coming in a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but this is owned by Doug. He's from Canada. One of my tennis partners. He's a cool guy, right?
Yeah,
down to earth. Cool. You wouldn't think he'd own a beach resort, would you?
No. When we were at the hotel there in Carlos City,
yeah,
he came and picked us up in his truck and brought us out.
And brought you out here, yeah. Yeah, he's got a nice place here. It's relaxing. And it's cheap, really, when you think about it. I think that tree house right there, he's got a tree house you can rent. I think it's like $650 a night or something like that. Backpackers for sure. Get that.
Yeah.
But what else is it about the Philippines? This is an island. Do you like this type of atmosphere?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things you have to experience it for yourself. I mean, you can watch all the videos.
Yeah.
You can YouTube the shit out of it. Mm-hmm. But until you're here.
Until you're here, boots on the ground. Yeah.
You just.
And I just want to take time out to thank you. When John passed away, Danny sent a $499 super chat. You know that YouTube took part of that, but man, that said a lot about you to me. Because like I said, I've been following you. Because you got a funny sense of humor. You don't even know you're funny. And I'm shocked that your channel you at least have your 1,000. Let's get him his 1,000, guys. Look, go to Road to Philippines. Man, he deserves it. And I'm going to say this, before we get off here. You're going to get a whole lot more credibility from your videos actually being over here.
Right.
Talk to some locals. Talk to some girls.
Right.
Do some things you normally wouldn't do to kind of shake up your channel.
Right.
Because they want to see it over here.
Yeah, because, my first videos I kept showing, I was showing like my vacation videos from back in 2019.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a lot of views. Mm-hmm. But I got more views if I just got down there and started talking.
Right. Like we're doing now.
Yeah, to my viewers,
Yeah.
They were more interested in that than looking at my old vacation videos.
But before you can do that, before you can get behind the camera,
right.
You got to get in front of the camera first so people get to know you.
Right.
And they can relate to you. You're just a regular guy like me.
Right.
I'm a regular guy, right?
Yeah.
Like I tell guys all the time, some people are putting it out there, I live an extravagant lifestyle over here. Well, hell, if you earn $1,500 a month, you're going to live an extravagant lifestyle over here. Pretty cheap, right?
Oh, yeah.
Compared to America.
Yeah.
I just try to give people my boots on the ground experience, like you're going to give them yours.
Right.
But I don't want anybody to come over here and say, oh, he's lying.
Right.
These women, they don't really do that for you. Yeah, they do, right?
Oh, yeah.
They'll give you a massage. They'll give you a blowjob if you ask them. I get a blowjob anytime I want, man. I mean, Merlin's going to watch this. She don't care. They don't worry about stuff like that.
Right.
The stuff we worry about over in America, they don't worry about over here, do they?
Mm-hmm.
It's a simple, laid-back lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you the last 1, 2, 3 minutes. Tell them about your channel, Road to the Philippines. How long you going to be here? Are you coming back? Just whatever you want to say, Dan. You look in the camera and tell them.
Yeah, like I said, my channel is Road to the Philippines. I started my channel back in 2020. I was actually home because my job had sent me home because I caught the coronavirus.
Oh, you had it before?
Yeah, I came down with corona.
Was it pretty bad?
I mean, for me.
You just tested positive?
Well, I tested positive, but out of the 9 symptoms, I had 7 of them.
Oh, wow.
Right? And it took them 3 days to test me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can find out results in a matter of hours. But back then, it took 3 days to get the results. And from the first day I got tested, I got a headache. And then later on that night, I started getting chills. And it was like I get one symptom, it'd go away, then I get a second one, then it'd go away, and then I get a third one.
But it's real, right? It's real.
It wasn't.
The corona's real, right?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't until they sent me home that it really set in. I was like, God damn, I got the fucking coronavirus, man.
Yeah.
You know, by that time, 500,000 people have died.
Yeah. They were scaring you too, wasn't it? Then.
And I started getting short of breath.
It's not funny, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I started getting short of breath. You know, I didn't want to freak Irene out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she was already freaking out because I was living.
How long ago was this?
It was October 2020.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was a while ago. You haven't had it again. You haven't been real affected.
A few months
ago.
You
did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got the Omicron
variant. Damn Omicron. Ain't that something?
Even though I've had both Pfizer vaccines, I've had the booster.
But it wasn't
the second time around. Yeah, the second time around wasn't that bad.
But see, that's what the whole vaccine's for.
Right. Yeah, it's to keep you out of the hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that.
That's right. They think, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, they think it's all
bullshit. It don't work. Yeah.
You know, it's
but anyway, your challenge road to the Philippines.
Yeah, road to the Philippines.
How long are you going to be here this time?
Well, I got here on May 19th.
Yeah.
And I'll be taking off June 18th.
June 18th.
So 29 days.
29 days. So you don't even have to renew your visa because you're leaving before the 30 days.
No, you get 29 days on arrival, visa on arrival.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to do anything. But remember, guys, when you come over, you're ready to leave, make sure you have, is it $750 now or $550 for that terminal fee? Make sure you have that. You got to pay that to leave the country.
Right. And you got to get tested too. You don't have to get tested coming in,
but leaving you do. As long as you got the booster.
Yeah, vaccine with at least
full vaccine with a booster. But yeah, within 24 hours of your flight going back. Yeah, America's different.
Tested, yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of guys that have left from my channel. They went to the airport. You know. But yeah, just tell them. So what is your channel really about? Is it just about your vacation? Or?
You know, I mean, it's basically a video diary of my life. My transition of living in the United States to eventually retiring in the Philippines.
So you are coming here.
And everything in between.
To retire.
Yeah, I've already built a house over here.
You built a house already?
Yeah.
How much you spend? If you don't mind telling us.
The house was $24,000
US dollars. Yeah.
USD.
Because you had the land free or something? Her land.
Irene owns the lot that the house sits on. Her dad bought her and her siblings their own little plot of land there in Savoy.
Did you hire an engineer or just the local?
The local, or the next door neighbor's an engineer.
Oh, he's an engineer.
So he went and designed it, and
did it go over or not?
It went pretty smooth. About 4 months.
Yeah, that's the good thing about having an engineer, right? So how long before you retire?
Well, the timeline starts in October next year.
Okay.
When I say timeline, I mean that's like the starting point. Because right now I'm paying child support. I got 2 kids back in the U.S. My son's 19, my daughter's 17. My daughter's a senior next year. So well, according to Missouri law, as far as child support, you'll be, if they decide to go to college,
you got to do it.
You'll be paying child support until they either turn 21 or graduate from college, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
So depending on, and they got until, I say October 2023, because my daughter has until October 2023 to enroll full-time in college.
Okay.
And, you know, I mean, I'm not 100% sure what she planned on doing because her and her mother, you know, are always
but your child support would change if you retired because your income would go down, right?
You know, I need to talk to a lawyer about that.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to charge you the same amount. Your child support is based on your earnings. Is that right?
Yeah, it's based on how much she makes, how much I make. They throw that into this formula and they spit out how much you're going to have to pay. Well, when my son graduated last year, I went to a lawyer and I was like, okay, my son just graduated. You know, I've contacted my ex-wife. I said, send me his transcripts. I want to know how, you know, what kind of grades did he get last semester? Well, she kept giving me the runaround. So I was thinking, okay, he must have been jacking around. Maybe, maybe he didn't cut the grade or whatever. Because you have to maintain a certain GPA in order to keep getting child support.
Okay.
Well, she wouldn't send that to me. Well, I went to the lawyer, and I was like, I was thinking it would get cut in half, right?
Right.
I was like, okay, if I'm not paying child support on him, I'm just going to be paying it on my daughter. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll have to pay $600 a month.
Right.
Instead of $1,200. And the lawyer's like, well, that's not how it works. Because you file, she's like, first of all, she asked me, well, has she gone to the courts and asked for an increase in child support? And it's like, no, she hasn't done that. And they're like, well, what's going to happen? We're going to have to put those figures back in. Because they based it, that was back in 2012.
Oh, wow.
And that was based on...
So you may end up paying more.
Yeah, that
so
was
you're
based
paying
on
more now?
1/3 of what I'm making now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So
you rocked the boat yourself. you screwed yourself.
Right.
Basically. But okay, so if all things being equal and everything works out, you're talking 2023, right?
October 2023.
And you're giving it all up. You're coming over here for the simple life.
Absolutely.
It's you and...
Absolutely.
Now, can Irene have any more children? Or can you have any more?
I'm not for sure.
Yeah, but you haven't had a second.
No.
So you more than likely you probably can.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Then you start that process all over again.
Right.
Me and my ex-wife, we had a program we used.
Coitus interruptus. They use the coitus interruptus.
What's that? No. It was just places where you couldn't get pregnant.
Okay.
You know. That's what it is. But thanks, Danny. Danny, I really appreciate it. You got anything else you want to say before we get off here? Just, encourage anybody to come over here. Anybody that's on the fence about coming to the Philippines, what do you tell them?
I try to encourage, if you want to come to the Philippines, come to the Philippines. You're only a plane ride away. Just go and book your ticket, come over here. If you don't like it, what have you lost?
Yeah.
You came over here, you experienced it. Don't go through life, growing older and looking back on life thinking, man, I wish I would have done that 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
But now, I'm sitting here in this damn nursing home, and I could have been over in the field. You know what I mean? If you want to, guys, if you want to do it, just do it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. He's going to interview me in the guest house tomorrow. And he's going to put it on his channel.
It'll be my first interview.
It'll be his first interview. We're trying to help him, guys, because eventually you're going to be over here. You're going to be watching Danny. See? I'm headed to Thailand pretty soon. But thank y'all so much for stopping by. If you're in America, it's getting late because, see, I'm going to upload this in the morning, part 1. Part 2 probably be Wednesday. I hope you found somebody to help. On one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift when you're in lunch break. See somebody out in the street, or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. Have you helped anybody over here, Danny, since you've been here? Just yes or no. Have you helped anybody since you've been here? Not Irene.
I mean we've given them tips and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. In the Philippines, it's early. You got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. There's no excuse over here. You've seen people struggle over here, right?
Oh, yeah.
They need help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people,
we help ourselves.
Absolutely. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. See you next time.